in, anybody that might. I hope everybody is having a good evening and had a good day so far. I'm just on here for a few minutes to say congratulations to Lennox and Annington, Ontario Provincial Police, to Spencer Mills, 14716, whether here or Aurelia, Staff Sergeants, years 2019 2021, whether here or not, still involved in crimes, ex chief or commander, year 2019, whether here or not, still involved in crimes, guilty of having me shot in 2019, Robert Lucas, Robert Kane, Shannon Cork, Stacy, a mental health worker, and Shelley Hafner or Huffner, all of Lennox and Addington, Ontario Provincial Police and Mental Health. They're human traffickers, human sex trade slavery traffickers, guilty of injuring, torturing, medical blacklisting, false arrest, criminal stalking, having my mother murdered in 2020 through Spencer Mills from Billy Wooldridge, Blair Hardy. While they were stalking her, he was calling her mom, and he was also phoning her, and threatening her. There's Billy Wooldridge, there's Blair Hardy, there's Tyler Lake, there's Jason Van Alstyne, there was Dale Hartwick, there was Robert Berry, there was a Ray Ray, there was his roommate Sam. They live on the corner of East Street in Dundas and have two white pit bulls. And they're doing this to me, helping, aiding o.p.p. in this crime against me for to have charges dropped. I went to the hospital today because my head is completely and totally swelled up. My head is completely and totally numb again. I'm sick of having no feeling or stimulation in my head. I'm sick of having it being deformed constantly on a daily basis, sometimes on even a 10-minute basis because of having so many people using R&M on me and fucking deforming me so much, which I have shown and proven. And that's all compliments of o.p.p. But I went up to the hospital today because the back part of my head, the back of my head, is swelling up and completely and totally numb. I've been right brain lobotomized. I have been lung injured. I have been kidney damaged, and I am being prevented from help. And the last time when my lungs and my kidneys were damaged was when the CEO, Wayne Coveyduck himself, actually kicked me from the hospital. They are doing this, co-committing and aiding and covering crimes up for themselves and o.p.p. File falsifications, medical treatment refusals, medical blacklisting, and being charged twice to cover up their crimes that they are guilty of on me. As a matter of fact, I actually put out a video this morning about me stating that I was going to go to the cops today to have the cops charged for their crimes against me and the hospital, the doctors, and then conveniently I go to the hospital to try to get help because I could not take the fucking pain what's going on with me anymore. I go to the hospital, and as soon as I walk in there, Terry was working, the guy that tried to lock me in a room one time I was there because I told him he was dangerous. Next thing you know, he was followed in by 3 or 4 different nurses and also Paladin security, treating me like I'm a fucking nutcase and a criminal. Once again, I have no criminal history or record. So fuck them. And then now with their attempt again through o.p.p, I do believe it was co-conspired to do this because of me phoning Wayne Coveyduck today, the actual CEO, and stating that because of what's taken place and me not allowed there or medical treatment, that he was going to arrange for me to go to Ottawa or Toronto to get medical treatment on his dime. Next thing you know, I leave the hospital and I am surrounded by a bunch of o.p.p cops and I got arrested. I was told for harassment, but I wasn't even told by who. Was just told it was for harassment and it was through the hospital, but who it was actually from, I still don't know that. But they just proved my words that they are nothing more than covering up crimes for themselves and o.p.p. And by o.p.p. actually arresting me today just proved that they are actually doing the same. Also, in an attempt to give me a fucking record, to deflect the crimes, and also to try to discredit me, to buy more time to keep me from medical help. And that's exactly what the fuck this is about. And I will not be proven wrong by having me falsely charged. And once again, today, that was done falsely. I prove my words against them, and they prove it. They actually proven their words against them. So I've been going through this for 3.5 years. Full skull deforming, no feeling in my head or my face. My fucking identity changed by a homosexual named Blair Hardy, who is the boyfriend to Spencer Mills, o.p.p., who is in now allegedly in Aurelia, a drug cop. They have a meth lab in Tweed, Ontario, guilty of human trafficking, drug trafficking. He's a rapist. He laces drugs with Robert Kane and Spencer Mills and then deals them to commit homicides to make it look like just another junkie bought bad drugs and overdosed from him. And that's not what it's about. It's being done with intent to commit murder. And I won't be proven wrong. Isn't that right, Spencer Mills? Isn't that right, Blair Hardy? Whether you are here or not, Jason Van Alstyne, Blair Hardy, Billy Wooldridge, Tyler Lake, and every one of you fuckers, you are still going to answer for it and pay and be arrested, whether you think so or not, for what you've done to me. This is still not finished just because the hospital and o.p.p. pulled their little bullshit on me today to try to stop me. It's not going to stop me from having you fucking arrested. One way or another, you're going to go down and you're going to pay for this. And o.p.p. are going to answer for their crimes against me, whether they pull their fucking stunts against me or not, false arresting me, co-conspiring, while having to prove nothing, right, Cubby Duck? And that's exactly why you done what you done today to help cover up for yourself, your doctors, and them once more, proving me 100% right. How much money was passed back and forth, and that's not an accusation, that's just a question. How long have you been involved in the human trafficking, the human sex trade, slavery trafficking, working with and for criminal inmates that o.p.p. are harboring, i.e., Billy Wooldridge, 149 Center Street North, Napanee, Ontario? And too convenient, I go to get private prosecution done today, and next thing you know, once again, see, I go get all this stuff done, and then next thing you know, I get fucking handcuffs thrown on me and put in the back of a cop car and thrown in a fucking jail cell for going to the hospital for wanting help and for actually wanting justice and wanting cops and doctors charged for crimes. So this is their way to get out of it. More time buying, more prevent me medical help, and everything else to fuck me even more. And well, Billy Wooldridge, Blair Hardy, Tyler Lake get away with all of it. I had my prints taken again. So, and I even told them that my picture does not match, will not match my original ones when I was falsely charged before. And it didn't, because of me looking so fucking different. So they could prove that right then and there. But they won't, because they're obviously involved in doing this. And this is why, obviously, Billy Wooldridge, Blair Hardy, Tyler Lake, Van Alstyne, and anybody else is not arrested. This is why they surround hands on guns. This is why they stalk. This is why they co conspire to have people falsely charged with hospitals to cover up each other's crimes. That's what that was about. 100%. And I even more so today. Luckily, the female cop that was working, she was nice. She was actually not too bad of a person. Actually, they treated me okay. So, except for when I was getting patted down, the one guy liked to try to grab my pecker. He was probably fucking trying to, obviously maybe he was a homosexual and he just wanted a little feel. But other than that, I got treated good. Other than having my fucking cock grabbed by a fucking cop. Well, he had no business around that area or not doing way, not trying to grab my fucking balls. But anyway, I am gonna get off here. OPP, one way or another, you're gonna answer for what you've done. So is the hospital, Billy Waldridge, Blair Hardy, Tyler Lake, and Vin Alstein. No matter how much time you buy, you pieces of shit, no matter how much time goes by, you are still gonna fucking pay and answer for what you've done. I have all the proof and evidence against the OPP, especially even more today, and the hospital. And just what you will do to to cover your crimes and your asses and to prevent charges on everybody involved in the crimes. This is how you go about doing it.